not forlorn. No longer in this world are you forlorn. Welcome, guys, to episode 1 of Forlorn Favorites here on the Disney Docket channel. I am so beyond excited to debut this brand new series here on the channel. And of course, today we're going to be reviewing the Cars 3 Rev-N-Go stock car. And to give a brief introduction of this new series, basically, we're going to be taking a look at underappreciated, undervalued, underrated, and just overall forlorn diecast characters that have been released over the last 14 years in the Cars diecast universe. There are a ton. I mean, they've released over 1,000 different cars, and so just naturally some of them tend to get forgotten and obviously forlorn. And so I want to change the tides. I want to turn the tables and actually give some attention to the characters that deserve it, that got swept under the rug just because of some aspects. Like for this guy here, he doesn't have a name. Mattel never named him, or Pixar, whoever did, they never named him. And that's part of the reason why I think he got a little bit underrated. But anyways, guys, we're going to not talk as much in these episodes. We're going to get right to the meat of it and start with the review here. So guys, episode 1 has began. Every Friday, I'm going to pump out a new one, and that will continue for the next 14 weeks while I'm at school. I'm pre-recording all 14 episodes because obviously I can't while I'm away at Notre Dame in the dorm room without my collection. So yeah, the Rev-N-Go stock car here appeared obviously in Cars 3. He did get a couple good looks, but as you know, all the stock cars do, he didn't actually speak in the movie. He was released pretty early on though in a Target exclusive Desert 11 pack, along with the first look of Todd Marcus from Cars 3 and Rusty's Racing Center Lightning McQueen. All three were first looks, but only Rev-N-Go remains as the true exclusive, whereas the other two have been re-released multiple times. Now, the strange part, like I said, is that he was never given a name, which is just very strange because he remains to be currently the only racer that doesn't have a name that has been released as a diecast. So hopefully in the future he will get re-released, which I'm sure he will, and we'll get the name. But a lot of people have given him fan names. So let me know, guys, what do you think he should be named? And maybe if we can get one popular enough, Mattel will actually listen to us. I think that'd just be the coolest thing ever. But yeah, this guy's a really, really amazing racer. I love the orange and like just dark blue design that they kind of added that wasn't really on Misty Motorcraft, who was the Cars 1 stock car. Now we know this isn't Misty because of the fact that all of the repeat racers that made it from Cars 1 to Cars 3 were the model of Todd Marcus. Ooh, spinny tree right there. So take a look at the hood there. You can see the new Rev-N-Go logo that takes the focus off of the arrow design and just kind of onto a simpler one. But the font is the same. You have the gradient kind of light yellow orange to a reddish color, which is pretty nice, and also has a little pattern of diamonds inside. Carburetor decongestant was removed, but I'm pretty sure it's still on the back there, which we'll get to. He's number 73. He's got a grill there, nice happy smile, whereas Misty's a little upset, a little agitated. He's got black rims now, whereas before Misty had blue rims. Piston Cup, Vitally Revolting, RPM Nitroid, Octane Gain Clutch 8 are the contingency sponsors. Misty had quite a few more, but that's how all the stock cars were, and how all of them are in Cars 3. Both are number 73, utilizing the same font, but Misty's was a little bit flatter and just chilling there. And the new one is gradients shaded. You can see the depth and shadow behind it, so obviously reflecting the more modern times. And that is also reflected there on the roof. I love how that color pops off of the dark blue roof. Just looks amazing. And also, I do like how Misty's is on top of that arrow there. Kind of the motion blur added to it as well. Oops, trees are just going everywhere today. It must be windy. But yeah, I really do like this with the roof flaps in there as well. And here's more of the classic Rev-N-Go logo, where you can see the carburetor decongestant and the arrow. So these are actually kind of similar if you take a look at their back ends. You can see the gas cap there as well. Rev-N-Go carburetor decongestant. So obviously they did simplify it a little bit, remove some of the clutter, because carburetor decongestant is repeated a lot on Misty. So they decided to kind of ease up on that, which makes sense as, you know, marketing kind of leans up a little bit and becomes a little bit more concise to reflect the times. You have that camera in the back to record, obviously, racing and put it on screen to broadcast. Also kind of a two-tone thing going on here with that blue and then the white and then the lighter blue. Looks really cool here. That lighter blue seems to be like a homage to Misty, because this new stock car is definitely a lot darker. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite. Rev-N-Go overall is kind of a forlorn sponsor, or maybe not much as recently, just because everybody's so hyped for Mattel to release the next gen Rev-N-Go racer, which of course here is a custom, which I reviewed recently. It's done by Waco Arts. I'll leave the link to that review in the description below, or card suggestion pop-up. But yeah, so Rev-N-Go has gotten some attention lately by the lack of attention from Mattel. It's kind of a paradox there, which is pretty neat. But anyways, taking a look at his base there. This was made in China, so you have kind of a different date stamp, made in China, back in the good old days. So now I do have quite a heavy, thick team for Rev-N-Go. I definitely love to review it one day in the Piston Cup Team Series on my channel, because of course we have the custom next gen, which is sick. Again, definitely check out that review. We have the Rev-N-Go tractor, which was made by Mattel about a year ago, a little bit less than that. It's weird that they made the tractor before the next gen. Just such a strange order of events. Don't even name the stock car. Don't even release the next gen. Make a tractor, though. Make a tractor. Now, as for the Cars 3 stock car, 4-wheel drive 7 made this awesome custom pity here using a Luke pedal work. So you can see you can even get this toolbox, which looks really nice and accurate. Of course, the color scheme of Luke pedal work matches perfectly with Rev-N-Go, so I think that's an awesome fit. You gotta customize smart. You gotta use what Mattel gives you to make something that looks new and different. And that's exactly what 4-wheel drive did with a lot of the cool stuff. Limit how much you have to paint, because usually, you know, Mattel's paint job and just, you know, the way they do it is always going to be the best. You know, I'm not trying to knock anybody, but Mattel's pretty good at what they do. They do be pretty solid, though. And then you have this factory custom crew chief or pickup from China, who kind of goes along with Misty Motocross. I really do like these factory custom pickups. They've made actually a lot of them now. I feel like they've made a little bit over half of the sponsors. Still quite a few left that they haven't made. They still may make them. They may never. It seems like they've come in a couple batches. I think there was like one wave a couple years ago. Then like a year later, they had another wave. And then after that, they've only made like one at a time, being like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the Fabulous Hudson Hornet one. So that's been kind of strange, but I don't know how they work over there. I don't know their ideas. And last but not least, possibly the best member of the Rev-N-Go team is this custom hauler I have here from Jim Scavenger. He actually recently refurbished this, because if you remember about 5 years ago, I did a review on a custom Rev-N-Go hauler, but it was not quite as nice as this. It was made by somebody else who used poor decals, so I sent it to Jim Scavenger to remake, and thankfully he did a much better job. And this obviously goes for Misty, although, you know, you could still pretend that the Cars 3 one is using the same hauler, even though the decals would likely be different. So yeah, that is Team Rev-N-Go. I definitely intend to review him in the Piston Cup series on my channel here in the near future, or, you know, in the next year or so. There's a lot of teams I still have to review, but Rev-N-Go is a pretty solid team, at least with all my customs, so it would definitely work out nicely. Well, thank you guys for watching episode 1 of Forlorn Favorites. These are going to be rather quicker reviews, because I have to pre-record all of them before I go to school on August 9th. So yeah, just some real talk real quick. You know, the review is over. but if you don't mind, I'm going to provide you guys with some real talk. I am leaving for college on August 9th to start on the day after that. And who knows how long we're going to stay, with the virus and all that stuff. Who knows if there could be an outbreak and we could get sent home. But that is the plan right now. I am set to stay there, and I probably won't come home much, or maybe not even at all. So I do have to pre-record a bunch of videos for you guys, because I can't leave you guys like 14 weeks without any content. That would just not be fair of me. So I'm going to work my butt off over the next 2 weeks while I'm home to record all of this content for you guys. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And next week, tune in to see Tomiko in Forlorn Favorites. Bye now.